Hey, what's up, guys? Mr. Joshua with another toy review. Tonight I had to run down to Walmart and get some more, packaging and tape and whatnot because I've been, selling quite a bit of few action figures and cards and such off eBay. And now I was down there tonight, just kind of, wandering around the toy section because I wanted to see if they had any Power Ranger Lightning Collection figures. And turns out they do. They actually had a lot of them. Unfortunately, they had a bunch of the stupid ass Beast Morpher ones, the Red and Blue Ranger, which I don't like at all. Fuck those guys. But they did have a Shadow Ranger, which is pretty cool. They had a couple of Red Rangers, and they had the who was the Black Ranger from Galaxy? Big buff dude. I forgot what his name was, but he was in there too. I was almost half tempted to buy that figure, but the way that Red Ranger is selling, I figured I would, pick him up. I've been eyeballing him for a while, and it's the next figure that I wanted to get. So let's get down to it, Let's pull this guy out. What is this shit? Manufacturer. Fuck, I don't know what that is. They have this background, which is, it's pretty cool. Pretty 90s. So here we have the Jason Red Ranger. It's pretty cool looking. Let's take him out of the plastic packaging. Let's see what we've got. By the way, this figure cost me $21 out the door. It was $19.99 at Walmart. Now with me, I don't like Walmart because Walmart's shitty, and I've worked with the company for 5 years, and I can gladly tell you that they treat their employees like shit. They get threatened constantly. The reason why I quit there 5 years ago was because I just couldn't handle their bullshit anymore. But every now and then I am kind of forced to go there, especially now because I don't really have any gas money, and Walmart is like 3 minutes away from me, so bear with me. As you can see, I'm going up and down with the articulation, seeing what's cool and what's not. What's really cool is he has the shoulder swivel, which it's very desirable in any figure. I like it a lot. His arm can go up and down, pretty tight, which it's expected when it comes with any new figure, except for Lord Draken. He was loose as fuck. The Legacy edition, I mean. Can his arm swivel? Fuck yeah, it swivels 360. That's awesome. I like that. How much does he bend? Bends about that far. That's nice. Hands are on a swivel, and then go back and forth. I'm actually kind of afraid of moving these hands back and forth because today when I was painting the Shadow Ranger, I tried pulling his hand out. I pulled it out, but left the actual joint in there. And these figures aren't supposed to do that. And so that's pretty alarming, So if any of you people collect these lightning figures, make sure to drill out that hole so that way the hands are a little bit looser, so you can pull them out with ease. After this video, I'm gonna go back to this figure and drill out the head a little bit. I've got a ball joint that I can put in there and just resize the hole a little bit so that way it'll be easier for the heads to come off. But he's got ab crunch. Wow, his ab crunch, it's kind of loose, but it's not bad. You can hear the little teeth in there, pop pop pop. That's okay. Chest is on a ball joint. I like that. Let's see. His legs, he can't take his leg and swing it all the way back because of that sweet ass. So yeah, he can't go backwards unless you do something like this. Even then, he's got a swivel in his thigh. Nice 360. Oh shit, check that out. It's tight. I want to break it. You can swing it back there. So that's pretty cool. Lower legs on a ball joint. I like that. Of course, you know, the foot and ankle is on a ball joint as well. Not a ball joint, but a swivel joint. Pardon me. It's awesome. But yeah, check this figure out. Now he's 6 inches, I believe. No, even the helmet's nice and shiny, you know. It's a pretty good looking figure. Let's see. Again, the one thing that I do complain on this figure is the fact that it kind of looks like he's wearing a very loose unitard or spandex. Not so much on the torso and on his dick area. You know, that's what your ass would look like if it was if you're wearing spandex. But you know, when it comes to the arms and everything, they just look so so loose, like the fabric that they painted in. Don't really like that. The head is actually a really nice sculpt. Totally gives me that 90s vibe. I was raised in the 90s, so. Now the head, the helmet, it's a little big for the figure, I think. Not by much, but just kind of. He looks more stockier than anything, you know. A little stocky. But not bad. I've seen a bunch of reviews on the sad Jason face. This is the first time that I've held a Red Ranger in my hand, so... he looks pretty sad. He looks like somebody just took the last cookie and he didn't get any. See if we can do the nice... No, we can't do this. That's fun. It's trying to get a better, clearer picture, but I guess I can hold back this far back without it blurring out. But I know in a lot of figures on the YouTube for the Red Ranger, I've seen a bunch of like faces that are like super shiny for some weird reason. But with this one, it's pretty, you know, flat. It's not really shiny at all, which I like. Just like all the other figures that I have from the Lightning collection, the eyes look pretty realistic. You know, they're glossed, and so when you turn it left to right, it looks like he's actually, you know, kind of looking around. It's kind of scary. It reminds me of the Haunted Mansion. You know, those statues the head statues that sit there and, like, you know, stare at you when you walk past them. Their head turns. So it kind of reminds me of. All right, the moment that I've been waiting for. Let's see how hard it's going to take for me, how much pressure and how much strength it's going to take for me to take this head off. I'm afraid I really don't want to fuck up the ball joint. Oh. That was actually really easy. Fuck, man. Now, the last figures I've had were pretty tough to get off. But yeah, check that out. It's pretty cool. And not a bad sculpt at all. I like it. Let's put his head on. It's pretty tight. You can hear it. You hear that? Fuck. Dude, it's so tight that's making that squeaky sounds. I don't like that. It's scary. It scares Mr. Joshua. The reason why it scares me is because, you know, when the head's that tight on there and you try to take it off, you're really going to fuck something up, you know? And I really don't want to fuck up this toy because I know for a fact the Red Ranger, the original Red Ranger Jason, is like one of the hardest figures to get your hands on right now. Unless you luck out like me and kind of wander off on their own to the toy section of Walmart and, go fuck around and kind of come across a Red Ranger. So here we have his sexy little Red Ranger sword. It's nice. Now right there on the power coin you can see the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Doesn't really look like a T-Rex at all. It just, I'm looking at it right now, and it just looks like a bunch of like triangles and shit. I can't even identify the T-Rex in there. Don't get me wrong, it's a great sword. It's a nice sculpt, but I can't see fucking T-Rex in it. Another thing that I had problems with the Lightning collection is that their hands are a bitch to like open up so you can put the weapons in there. Okay. This one's tight as fuck, but it works. It's got a very, very tight grip in that sword. It's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. I wish I had my Goldar figure with me, but I have them back in my garage right now in storage. Just waiting for a good day to paint. I remember Jason actually went up against Goldar by himself. And I know that he also did the same thing with the evil Tommy, which was pretty cool. Let's see. Looks pretty cool. And we got the hands, two closed fist hands, so he can either beat off or beat Tommy off, because we all know that Jason and Tommy had hard-ons for each other. We got this weird ass blue electric thing that wraps around a sword. I'm not going to take that out because after this video I'm putting the figure back inside this plastic casing, but this looks like a bitch to put in and out. As you see right here, it actually hangs out the back, and right here too. And I'm feeling a little lazy tonight. I really don't want to pull that out just because. And here's this little cool gun thing. I know in a TV show it folds up and everything, but by the looks of it doesn't fold up. It doesn't. It's all like one injection mold, which is fine. Better than what the Legacy had, though. That's the one thing about this figure that I do like. If you compare this gun to a Legacy gun, it's folded up, but it doesn't unfold. It's just one injection piece. I remember looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I mean, how the hell is he supposed to fight evil with this, I didn't know what it was. I had to look at it for a good 5 minutes to finally comprehend what it was. And I was like, oh, this is the fold-up blaster thing. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but why the fuck isn't not unfolding? And I realized it was just one injection piece. And that was my retard of the moment for that day. My retard moment. But it's a great solid figure. I like it. The only two problems that I have with it is the fact that he looks a little stocky, I'm not sure if Austin St. John in real life is stocky. I know he's, pretty pudgy now, but I'm not sure if he's stocky or not. But this figure is definitely stocky. And the other two problems I have is that his hands are just so, tight. I can hardly put weapons in his hands without potentially damaging the fingers. I don't want to fuck the figure up because it's a pretty hard figure to get your hands on. If you go on eBay, people are spending $30-40 on this dude. And the third problem is that, well, maybe it's just with my figure, but with the head. The head's just so fucking tight, man. I just when I pop the head off, I don't want to accidentally pull out this swivel joint, the swivel ball joint in there. I don't want to pull that out and really fuck myself. And last but not least, the other problems, I wish he wasn't as baggy. The feet pretty much look like the way they do on the show, you know, minus the black sole on the bottom, which I'm going to go back with a black marker. Not like a Sharpie marker, but like a paint marker. And I'm going to go back in there and paint all that shit black like it should be. But other than that, other than, you know, the fact that his suit's a little baggy, that's about it. Except about 4 or 5 different things, you know, head, hands, baggy. It's not bad at all. Let's see. I tried doing this with the Lord Draken figure that I had, but he didn't want to partake in what I was trying to do. So fuck you, Draken. Okay. I guess Jason doesn't want to do it either. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so he's like holding the helmet, you know. I want to give him that sexy, you know, my name's Jason. I got a big dick look on him, you know. Nah, I just had it. I just fucking had it, people. Fuck, man. Okay. There we go. Gently move him around. Very, very gently. Yeah, so there we go. Give him a better look. Nice little pose. Yeah, I'm just holding my Red Ranger helmet, no big deal. I'm gonna, you know, stab somebody's asshole with my sword. Because I'm sexy like that. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this figure an 8. And that's, you know, that's a solid, what is that, solid B? About a B, yeah. 1 out of 10, 8. He's a great looking figure. I like him. I like him a lot. The sculpt on his head is great. He looks like a sad Jason. You know, because somebody stole his cookie. Didn't leave him with shit. Shame on you. And, yeah. It's a great figure to have for anyone's collection. And if you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for my special video that will be put up here in about a month or so, give or take. We'll see what happens. But keep an eye out for my special video. I'm going to be doing the Shadow Ranger as a zombie. And that's all I have for this video. If you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.